Hey everyone, Jim Morrison here. Today I wanted to talk about NPM, Node Package Manager. I wanted to go over kind of a beginner tutorial on how to utilize NPM and what it is. You know, not everybody knows a ton of JavaScript out the gate, especially in this day and age, and it helps for those that are just starting out to kind of get the lay of the land, so to speak, especially when it comes to tools like NPM. So, what is NPM? Well, there's two sides to that coin. The first one would be the community aspect of it. If you go to npmjs.com, there you're able to browse over 700,000 packages ranging from Mongoose, NodeMon, Express, whatever you may need, they got it. Because people and organizations can publish packages there, and you can see feedback, how often it's downloaded, and really kind of get a good feel for what that package is and find out if that's the right tool for your tool belt when you're building out your latest Node project. So it's super useful, especially if you're not going to directly GitHub to hunt those packages down. You can get the lay of the land, so to speak, through npmjs.com. The second aspect of it is the actual command line tool. Now, when you install Node, you get NPM with it. NPM, Node Package Manager, allows you to install packages like Mongoose to your Node project. You can also update them and remove them, as well as a couple other awesome features associated with it. So let's kind of dive into it now, and let's get started. So here we are now on my desktop. We have our NPM basics folder already created, and we're got the VS Code terminal integrated into our VS Code IDE. Now, to confirm that we have Node installed, we can do a quick -v with Node in our terminal, and we'll see our Node version right there. But by chance you don't have it installed, you can go over here to node.js.org, and you'll be able to do a download right here. You'll download the current version of it. We'll see the package right there. And then if I drag it to my other screen, we can work through the install. We can go continue, we agree to the terms of service, install it to the hard drive, and install, and so on. So, once we have that installed, we're going to go ahead and confirm we have Node installed, just like we did previously. There it is still, for me at least. And then we'll go ahead and jump to npm-v, because NPM comes with your version of Node. I see that I have NPM installed, as should you at this point. Then we'll go ahead and we're going to run npm init. So what this is going to do is going to start a new Node app, and this is what we're going to use NPM to install our packages to. So we'll just do npm init. We see the package name. It feeds off of the folder by default, which is npm basics, as we see. If you wanted to alter that, you easily could, but we'll keep it the same for now. We have a version, a description. We'll just put npm basics. An entry point, which is what's going to feed off of your start, whether it be app.js or index.js. Index is fine for now. Any test commands? We're not going to run any tests today. And we don't have a Git repository we want to push this to either. No keywords. Author, I'll throw my name in there. License, you see a lot of people run the MIT license, so we'll go with that. It confirms all the settings that you just set up. We'll go with it. And here we go. It's telling me right now that I could have updated my NPM. So let's go ahead and run it now and update this. So NPM install. Now if you want to use the shortcut, you don't have to type install. You could just do npm -g. Your -g flag there is going to be global, and then we're going to do npm, which is the package, our Node Package Manager. And this is going to take its sweet time installing and updating. Now that's done, if we do npm-v again, we see that we're running the latest and greatest. Fantastic. So, we have this basic Node app started with our package.json that we can see up here. Let's go ahead and add another package to this. So, with NPM, we can run a NPM I. Once again, that's a shortcut for install. And we'll go ahead and do Express. Express is an awesome middleware that's commonly used for Node apps. We see the number of package dependencies installed right here, the number of contributors associated, and the total packages, which is pretty awesome overall. But, you know what? I decided we're not going to use this middleware. So, once again, in NPM, we can type npm uninstall, and then we'll type in Express. But, we can even use the shortcut of un. Un is the shortcut for uninstall. So, npm un express uninstalls the package that we just installed. It's pretty awesome that we have that ability to skip back and forth through these commands with shortcuts like that. From there, let's go ahead and install NodeMon. But let's add it as a dev dependency. What do you say? So we'll do npm-i. How do you do a dev dependency, you might ask? Well, it's npm-i NodeMon --save -dev. So we're saving this as a dev dependency. Now, once it adds NodeMon to our package.json, we'll be able to go over to that. Oh, getting a phone call.
2 hours later.
Okay, we're back to it now. So, now that we have NodeMon installed as a dev dependency, if we go over here to our package.json file, we can see it listed under dev dependencies, NodeMon, which is pretty neat. We can also, let's go ahead and install Express. After we've installed Express, we're going to go ahead and find out all our dev dependencies here by doing a npm list. If we expand upon terminal, way up here, we can see all the dependencies that are associated with Express, which is quite a bit, as you can tell. My goodness. There's Express right there. So these are all dependencies of Express. But let's say we didn't want to go that deep. We could do npm list -- with a flag depth equals 0. This shows us the top level dependencies we have for our project and not the nested dependencies for Express, as we just saw. So that's a pretty neat trick. Of course, you can always catch these by checking out your package.json up here. So there's a couple neat tricks there for NPM. I definitely recommend checking it out when you get a minute. Well, now we're more familiar with NPM. We know how to use the community aspect to check out different packages. And now we know how to use the command line as well, utilizing it to install, remove, and update packages, among other things. So, if you guys liked the video, be sure to like it, subscribe if you're new, And hey, why not drop me a comment below on a use case when you've used NPM and what package you use to install it with. Have a great one, everyone.